Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Deb of Deb Loves Jewelry. I am a jewelry designer, a jewelry shop owner, a jewelry collector, a jewelry reseller, and really I think that qualifies me to be a jewelry nut. And I am. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're just finding me, this channel is all about jewelry. So I'm hoping that you'll join me and hit that subscribe button. A few weeks back, I introduced the Found Jewelry series, and this is the first video in that series. So I thought what we would do today is revisit the definition of found jewelry and then start talking about sourcing it. So where do we find said jewelry? And also let's talk about why is it important? If you watched the introductory video, you heard some of it, but we'll expand a little bit today and start talking about where to find it. So let's talk about that. So what is found jewelry? Found jewelry is jewelry that you find from multiple sources that really is previously loved. So my brand is Deb Loves, L-U-V-S, Jewelry Designs. And so for me, it's all about the love of jewelry. And a lot of times jewelry goes through our, our life, goes through our wear rotation, and sometimes it gets cast aside. Maybe we don't love it anymore. We don't love it as much as we did. Or maybe that jewelry just gets out into circulation for other reasons. Maybe intentionally out into circulation for other reasons, but it's unloved for a while and looking for love. And so finding jewelry to love again, or making it lovable again, is really what found jewelry is all about. So we're not talking about walking into a department store, going to the jewelry department, pulling a piece of jewelry off of a rack and taking it up and paying full price for it. We will talk about retail briefly, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about finding it at maybe a garage sale, or finding something on eBay, or having someone gift you a package of previously loved jewelry. So that's found jewelry, and there's lots of ways to find it. Why does it matter? I think maybe if you watch the first video, you're thinking, why does this matter? Well, if you're watching this channel, you probably love jewelry in some fashion or form. So depending on your perspective, found jewelry can mean a lot of different things. If you are a casual jewelry wearer, having, some unique pieces of jewelry, some fun pieces of jewelry, some new pieces of jewelry in your jewelry wardrobe is fun. It's great. It allows you more opportunity to accessorize. If you are a jewelry fanatic in terms of wearing it, this can allow you lots of opportunity to build your wardrobe. So maybe you're casual, just need a few things, but maybe you're a fanatic and just want to wear something different every day, want something to go with every single outfit you have and have it be different. Yeah, found jewelry can help you get there. If you're a jewelry collector, so if you collect vintage jewelry, if you collect vintage mid-century modern bracelets, maybe you collect like jewelry, like red hat jewelry, if you're a red hat lady. Maybe you collect elephant jewelry. So I have on some elephant earrings that I wear, that I made, and I kind of collect elephant jewelry. Well, I do collect it. I don't like to admit everything that I collect, but yeah, I collect elephant jewelry. So if you are a collector, sometimes going to all of the sources that I'm going to talk about is a way to build your collection. And there's lots of opportunity out there for collectors these days. If you are a reseller, finding jewelry is important because you're looking for things to turn over and resell. So you want to find things that are in good shape. You want to find things that are sellable, even if they're not in the best of shape, things that are desirable for certain populations, collectors. So resellers is one of the sources that we'll talk about, but this is why it's important, because maybe you're a reseller and you're looking for lots of different ways to build your inventory. So that's a perspective. Also, if you are a maker, a jewelry maker or a jewelry crafter, or you do crafting with jewelry components, finding jewelry is a great way to help you to make things and create things. So yeah, I think finding jewelry is pretty important to any of those types of personas. And unfortunately and fortunately, I fit into all of those categories. So when I find jewelry, I'm looking at it from all different angles. And one of the things we'll do in some upcoming videos is we'll go through some jewelry, and I'll share with you my multifaceted perspective of what I found, so I can talk to you about things like, would I resell this? Would I wear this, and what would I wear it with? How would I wear it? Crafting with something that I found. So we'll do a lot of that. I think we'll actually open up some boxes and some jewelry jars and things so that you can see how I go about it, and maybe it gives you some enjoyment just looking at it. So that's why it's important. And I would say, last but not least, I think it's important to find jewelry to save it from going to the landfill. Unfortunately, lots of things go to the landfill. In our throwaway society, we throw away a lot of things. And unfortunately, we throw away jewelry too. And sometimes people throw things away that don't even realize what they're throwing away. Some people may throw some things away assuming that nobody would want it or would want to do anything with it. And there are so many ways to give and donate, and that's how we find some of the jewelry we find. Some people don't think to do that, or know to do that, or maybe have an opportunity to do that. And who knows? I'm not judging, just saying so many things get thrown out. So my objective is, if I can save something from being thrown out, I want to try and do that. And I'm hoping that some of you want to do that as well. So let's talk about finding jewelry. So today we're going to cover a few sources, and I apologize if some of this seems a little bit elementary, but maybe it doesn't, and maybe something I say will help spark your curiosity or your desire to take on the task of going out and finding jewelry and sort of revitalizing some things and maybe your own jewelry wardrobe. So let's talk about, first of all, I mentioned retail. So I don't want you to rule out retail 100%. I have always trolled the sales section, the clearance section, the markdown section of a lot of my favorite retail stores. And I will say there are some retail stores that have amazing markdowns. So sometimes you can cruise through the jewelry sections and find some amazing things for you to wear, for you to resell, or for you to take apart. So I'll give you an example. Years back, I frequented I still do. I frequent Target, and Target is always one of those places that you can find just about anything you need and don't need, and come home with a cart full of stuff. I always cruise through Target because they do have a lot of great jewelry. And I think from a reconnaissance standpoint, I can get some perspective on what's popular and kind of see that some of the things that are available in costume. And back when I lived in Connecticut, the local Target for me had their clearance in one particular section. So I'd cruise through, look at everything, and then scoot around the corner, and kind of in the back of the jewelry section, they have this one little spot where they put all of their clearance things. And I saw on a rack, they had this amazing, really long strand of bright pink glass beads, kind of this color pink, which is my signature color. And I really, really, really thought, oh, wow, this is a really great necklace. But my first thought was, oh my gosh, these are great beads and I could use these beads. I flip over the price tag and it's like a $4 36-inch strand of glass beads. Well, I can tell you, I can't find a strand of pink glass beads like that anywhere for $4. So I snatched that right up, and I think there was actually one that was another color, same kind of glass beads, and I snatched that one up too, threw it in my basket, and so it was a way for me to source beading material, jewelry making materials. So I still do that today. I don't find as much today as I used to. It seems like I just haven't had as much luck in retail stores, but you know, if you shop like a Marshall's or a, AC Moore, TJ Maxx, those kinds of places, Kohl's, they all have clearance sections. So take a breeze through. Maybe you find something that, you know, is $4 that changes, you know, an outfit that you've got. Or you find a $5 strand of beads and a pendant that you can cut up and reuse in a way that you would like it. So, so retail isn't always a no, because you may be saving that stuff from going in a trash bin. Now, I have someone in my family who works in retail in a very popular discount store. And I'm told that sometimes when they go through the clearance cycle and something doesn't sell, it goes into trash. Now, they don't put it in the dumpster so that you can dumpster dive, but they put it in a trash, they compact it, and it goes to a dump somewhere. So that's very sad, and I was very sad to hear that. So if you can save it before it goes there, you can do your part. So it's something to think about. So I always do my round through a jewelry section if I happen to be in one of those stores, a Walmart, any kind of store that carries jewelry. So check it out. It is an option to find jewelry. Now, found jewelry, believe it or not, one of the most amazing sources is your own house. Now, some people have more jewelry than others. And so sometimes you have a jewelry box, or you have multiple jewelry boxes, or you have a jewelry armoire, or you have a jewelry drawer, or you have jewelry in boxes that you've never unpacked since you moved last. You may have jewelry in lots of different places in your house. Now, I bet most of you probably have a certain jewelry rotation. So you have all the things very close to you, close by, easy to find. Those are the things you wear most often. And sometimes, for whatever reason, some of that gets pushed to the back. The back of the jewelry box, the back of the dresser drawer, bottom of the box, wherever you might, find things sort of get pushed off. So I suggest go pull that drawer all the way open, take that jewelry box, shake it around a little bit, dig into the back, Go open that box that you haven't unpacked for 2 years, and you will probably find something that you didn't remember you had, or something that you go, oh gosh, I should wear this. This is great. You probably have things that you didn't even think you would be interested in wearing. Now, you're probably wearing things currently with things that you wear currently. Maybe you don't wear an outfit that necklace was perfect for, but maybe you have something now that necklace would also be perfect for. So go through your jewelry boxes. I am getting ready to remodel my house. My husband and I are getting ready to remodel our house. And so we're going through a lot of stuff because we got to move things around. And I was going through our closet and I popped open one of my jewelry storage areas and I found this bracelet. Now, I made this bracelet a really long time ago, probably within the first couple of years of my making jewelry time. And this bracelet is so awesome. It's a stretch bracelet, and these beads are Picasso finish table cut check glass. Red with a little bit of like a gray and green around the edges. That's the Picasso finish. They're beautiful, chunky check glass beads. And I had combined them with these fun, faceted glass rondelles that are sort of a gray tone with some silver finish. And it's a stretch. And when I pulled this out, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I made this bracelet. And I love this bracelet. It's great, nice, chunky stretch bracelet, and adds a nice pop of color, but it's kind of stretched out. So I pulled this out. I'm going to restring it and I'm going to wear it again because it's a great, great bracelet. Beautiful, beautiful beads. And I love this bracelet. I forgot I had it. So go through your jewelry because you'll probably find some things that you forgot you had. And go through it thinking, okay, do I want to wear this again? Do I want to just keep it because it has some kind of keepsake memory for you? Maybe you want to gift it to someone. Maybe you want to resell it. Maybe you want to take it apart. I'll also say sometimes we save jewelry because it broke and we say, I'm going to get this fixed, and we don't get it fixed. So I'm actually going to share with you guys in a future video some easy DIY fixes, things that you can do yourself even if you're not a jewelry maker. There are some things that you can do to fix some easy fixable things that you probably have in your jewelry box. And we'll also talk a little bit too about going to a jeweler, getting some things done at a jeweler, when something is salvageable and when something isn't. So we'll talk about that on a coming video. But I want to say, raid your own closet, find jewelry in your own closet, because I bet you can find some stuff that you forgot you had. And you might even find some things that have pieces that you like. So maybe you like the beads on a necklace, but you don't really like the style of the necklace. Or you like a pendant from the necklace, but you don't like the chain. Well, those are things that you can take apart, and you can use different pieces and parts. And I would also say, it's never a bad idea to go through things and purge a little bit too. So you could package up what you don't want and resell it in bulk or in pieces. You could donate it, and you can even offer it to your favorite jewelry designer. I'm always open to receiving bags of things and goodies, and even willing to purchase from people as well. So but you may want to do that as part of your going through your boxes and going through your jewelry box. So the first source is all about you. Second source is you may be gifted some jewelry. So either from a family member that went through their jewelry box and went through some boxes and said, I don't want this anymore. Do you? Take it, because you might find some things in there that you love. You can wear, you can add into your accessory wardrobe, or you can resell, or you can cut up and make things out of. So if that's something you're interested in, you're enough of a jewelry fan, you might have a great new collection from that goodie bag that someone gifted you. Over the years, I've had friends and family gift me bags of jewelry, and oh my gosh, it's so great, so much fun. And I will also say, you know, there are some times that we acquire jewelry from family members that have passed. So you might have, you know, your grandmother or your mother or your sister's jewelry, and that feels like such a blessing and an honor. So one thing I would caution is if somebody does gift you, whether it's handed down or it's part of, you know, a death in the family, or a friend, you know, gives you something, I just always recommend it's good to have the conversation of, so is it okay that I do anything I want with this jewelry? Because sometimes people might expect you to perhaps go through it and give back what you don't want. Some people may be offended if you were to cut something up and do something with it different or resell it. So it's probably just good to get that question out there. I'll tell you what happened to me, and I think someone was very surprised at what I did with the jewelry. But this was very, very, very early on in my jewelry making and jewelry design career. So it's just good to have that conversation. I did acquire my mother-in-law's jewelry collection. And so in 2015, my mother-in-law went into a home. She had had a series of health issues, and my husband and I cleared out her apartment, and she asked me to take her jewelry and put it in a safe place and hold on to it for her. And so as we cleaned out her apartment, I put it into a bin, a plastic bin, and I didn't even really look at it. I just kind of took it out, put it into the bin, and it went into the car, and it came home with us. And it was with me at all times, and made sure that it was safe and secure, and anything, you know, if she ever wanted it, would be available to her. Well, she ended up passing later in the year, and so we held on to the jewelry. And to be perfectly honest, I felt funny about doing anything with it. I just felt, I don't know, no one was watching, but I just felt funny about diving into it. I wasn't like waiting around for her to go so that I could go through her jewelry. But I had her jewelry, and I felt like I wanted to just kind of keep it pristine for a while and not do anything with it, and at a later point look at it. Well, fast forward to the end of 2021, last holiday time. I was off of work, and I had just gotten a new metal testing kit, and for Christmas I got a gemstone tester, and I was looking around for things to test that I wasn't already aware of what it was made out of. So I wanted to test things that were true test cases. And I remembered her jewelry. So I went and trudged into the back of the closet and grabbed her bin of jewelry and went through it for the first time. And honestly, I felt a little bit emotional about it, but it meant a lot to take her things and honor them by going through them and looking at them and studying them and understanding what they were made out of. She didn't have a lot of, you know, expensive jewelry, but she had some really beautiful things. And so I was able to practice my testing skills and also sort of go through and see what was there. And I ended up finding a few pairs of earrings and a ring that I've added to my own collection. And I feel like she would be happy to have me wearing them and enjoying them. The rest I put back in the box. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, I think, sometimes you might feel very sentimental or have mixed emotions about the things, or maybe you really want to wear something day one to carry their memory on. So another source of found jewelry is acquisitions from family members, or gifted from family members or friends, either, if they've passed or if they're still alive. So that's a really fun thing, a really special thing, and could be a very sentimental thing as well. And you can approach it the same way as you would any other found jewelry. So those are two sources, guys, actually three, because we talked about the clearance sections in retail stores. But those are a few places for you to find jewelry. So the Found Jewelry series is going to continue. Part 2, or video number 2, will be more about sourcing. And that's where things are going to get a little bit more interesting. And I'll be able to give you guys some tips and some tricks and things to think about as you go out and search. And we will also go through some jewelry lots that I procured from different sources, and we'll go through them together. I think that will be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching today. Feel free to leave a comment. Please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to be a subscriber. And if you were a subscriber, hit that reminder button, that little bell, and you'll be notified when there's new content. So until I see you again, thank you so much. Love you lots. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.